What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to Double M Live. We are back on a chilly, cool Tuesday
Yeah.
night here in Boston. But that's Mr. Mike Nice, man. What's happening?
Chilly ain't even the word, man. It's if you around this part, it's cold. If you around these parts, it's brick. The weather
Is
is
that?
definitely dropping. Like our boy Irk surely reminded us earlier, December is right around the corner. And I
Yes,
mean,
here.
winter's really smacking. And if you didn't think winter was here, because once in a while we get blessed with one of these rain. I swear last week it hit 60 degrees
It
one of them
did.
days.
It did.
It smacked you right back to let you know that winter is legitimately here and it's cold outside
It's
if you're
cold.
around these parts.
It is cold. Thanksgiving break is coming. We about some people gonna be with their families and such. And this cold weather made me. You brought up December. When is the right time to start playing Christmas music or holiday music?
You know, I'm always one that is like when you get into those actual holidays,
Sam,
play.
Sam, drunk in the comments.
I think Sam is feeling good. I see Sam. I see Sam down there. I'm pretty sure Sam is in there feeling good. So shout out to Sam, the EP in the building. When is it right to start playing Christmas music? That's what you asked, right?
Yeah,
Uh I mean there's no such thing really as Thanksgiving music. So because of that, once you get through Halloween, people's like, "All right, let's jump straight to Christmas." Uh you got to put some respect on Thanksgiving. Give Thanksgiving its proper respect. I understand there's no real Thanksgiving songs and tunes, and there's nothing really like that. There's the It's just the day and the meal. And in this country,
funny money.
Thanksgiving already
It
kind of
has
an
its.
interesting
It has its.
holiday.
It has its history for
Yes,
sure.
has its history. So maybe that's one of the reasons why people don't want to give Thanksgiving any kind of respect or acknowledgement. But I mean, without trying to dive it too deep into the history of Thanksgiving, I just think about the word thankful, being thankful. But to answer your question, play Christmas music after Thanksgiving. Play
That
Christmas music after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a holiday. People do acknowledge it. Um, People do celebrate it. So play Christmas music. The day after Thanksgiving music, the day after Thanksgiving passes, let the Christmas music roll. I know people already got their Christmas lights up literally the day after Halloween. I swear I've seen Christmas lights up. But I think,
yeah. Sam says the second week of November. I think after Halloween, it's fair game. After Halloween is legit November. You're giving yourself what, a month, almost 2 months till Christmas. It's fair game from there. Thanksgiving, you're gonna do what you got to do for Thanksgiving. Some people celebrate it, some people don't. Obviously, Christmas is a Christian holiday, but when you think of Christmas, you think of all the holiday season in itself. Hanukkah's coming up, and yeah, let the music start going. Let it go. Let the Christmas cheers begin. Christmas movies start to come out around November time. Bryson Tiller, he just dropped a Christmas album. So I gotta listen to that. He dropped it
interesting.
last week, and I feel like a Bryson Tiller Christmas album might go crazy low key. So I'll report back to you guys on how a Bryson Tiller Christmas album sounds, but I think that might smack a little bit. So I'm excited to hear that. And R&B stars usually drop Christmas albums. They don't really do much, but if you have an artist that you like, you might just like their version of the way they sing classic
Yeah,
Christmas music.
you know, Christmas albums or songs used to be like what R&B artists did back in the day.
Yeah, to flex. It's like a little flex.
Yeah,
Let
like
me show you how I'm gonna do this Christmas song.
now it's not as common anymore. But back in the day, 90s R&B, 80s, like that was the thing to do. If you had a little group, R&B group, whether you were a solo artist, whether it was a trio, whatever it is, a Christmas album or something along those lines is something that would come out. Now it doesn't happen as much. I'm trying to think. You said Bryson Tiller. I'm trying to think what other current R&B artists who are still somewhat relevant has anything like a Christmas album out, and I really can't think of any.
Um, they're not as relevant artists. I know Eric Bellinger has had his Christmas albums. I know John Legend's done a Christmas album, but like when artists make Christmas albums now, as you said, one, it's not promoted as
Yeah,
much, right? It's not because it's not really gonna move in the world that we live in with streaming and stuff like that. People are not gonna go crazy streaming Christmas music for that artist, so it doesn't get pushed as much. I know Chance, he's tried to bring it back a couple times with his
I remember
Christmas
him dropping
albums.
something for Christmas.
Christmas albums, and he loves Christmas, so he's had like three, I believe, Christmas album, and I love them. They smack. So I enjoy it. And when you listen to Christmas music around this time, it just makes you feel good. It just makes you feel it adds something different to your routine and then to your day to day, listening to some Christmas jingles, especially if it's an artist that you like. Like you mentioned, R&B artists in the '90s, like the Boys to Men, they had their Christmas albums.
Yeah,
They used to
Billy Destiny's Child had a Christmas album.
like those used to go crazy, and just switches things up a little bit, especially in the R&B side.
Yeah, I mean, I think there needs to be an artist who does something a little different and drop a Thanksgiving album. Do something like something
Like,
different. I don't know. A
what are you
Thanksgiving
singing
album.
about? What are you singing about on Thanksgiving, bro? You gonna just sing about? We already got. I got greens, beans, bananas, da da da, beans, beans.
Album about being thankful. You could drop a Thanksgiving album being thankful about many things. There's a lot of songs somebody can make about being thankful for things.
But then you're gonna get backlash,
Why?
Mike. We just talked about the sorry history of Thanksgiving.
But the album doesn't have to talk about the.
You just said it's a Thanksgiving album.
Don't call it Thanksgiving. Just call, but like, you could drop a thankful album or something along the lines. Obviously, and I think this the history. I'm just people want to put the America wants to pull away as much as they can from the history of Thanksgiving because we know it's an awful history from the when you talk about the origins of Thanksgiving. Like I said, me personally, and how I think about Thanksgiving, and how my family has had me raised me to think about Thanksgiving, and how I'll raise my children and children's children when it comes to Thanksgiving. It's a holiday where you you put a lot of emphasis on being thankful for things, family, life, loved ones, you know, a job, a house, like being thankful for the things that have been placed in your life. I think that's where the emphasis of Thanksgiving needs to shift to. And like I said, obviously the history's there, so you can't erase that history, but
Yeah, the history. I mean, well, like you just said it, you can't erase the
you
history.
can't erase it.
So I don't know
Um,
how an artist could really come out with a Thanksgiving album, and like it's just not good PR. People are gonna look at you like, yeah, bro, you can be thankful. Just don't sing about being thankful. Don't call it a
that's
Thanksgiving
it.
album.
Think about something about being thankful. Don't not nothing about Thanksgiving necessarily, but I'm thankful. I don't know, just thinking outside of the box, something different.
Shout out to Eric and Stiz. We created a song last year called Friendsgiving. Song great.
So Friendsgiving, let's talk about Friendsgivings because
I just got my mom hip to what a Friendsgiving was
I don't
this
even
year.
know my parents know what a Friendsgiving is.
I just got her hip. I'm like, yeah, mom, I was at a Friendsgiving. Sorry. She's like, what?
But I mean, friends, me personally, and maybe because I'm chopped, I'm a loser. I don't know. I didn't know anything about like it wasn't until college that I understood what a Friendsgiving was. I
Well,
didn't know what a
yeah.
Friendsgiving was in
How
high
you
school.
how you going to a Friendsgiving in high school? Who's cooking?
Friends can't cook. People can't cook at high school.
High school is cooking. That's not Friendsgiving, bro. Friendsgiving's for adults.
Well then, okay. Well, then I thought I was in the minority because
Dude,
I didn't know
dude might
anything
want to
about
be. Dude
Friendsgivings.
want to call himself Chop so bad.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about a Friendsgivings coming out of high school. Like Friendsgiving started coming relevant, like college, later years of college and whatnot. And I mean, you saying Friendsgivings are only for adults?
Yeah, bro. What what are kids doing having a Friendsgiving? I mean, I guess they can, but it's mainly for adults. I didn't hear about Friendsgiving when I was in high school or thinking
I
about.
don't. But I mean, I'm saying I didn't know. I don't know if it was something where I just didn't know because I my
Dude,
ass didn't get invited.
dude, Mike sitting alone playing video games while all his friends are
I
eating
don't know if I
pie.
just didn't get invited to them or what, but I wasn't hearing about Friendsgiving in high school. But yes, it's college, post college, that's when Friendsgivings really get popular. But I guess that makes sense because now you got people who maybe have their own place. You have their cooking skills have developed, you know. Um, but I love Friendsgivings. Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
Friendsgivings at all.
And I don't know how popular, I mean, obviously, like I said, at this time we were kids, but I don't know how popular Friendsgivings were 10, 15, 20 years ago. I have no idea. Maybe this is just something that's just started to trend up in the last 10 years and it's people are keeping it going. But like you said, I never heard of it until I probably got into college and kept it going and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know if we don't have a I don't know if we have an older audience that can get us hip to it later, but I'm not sure if Friendsgivings were a thing 20 years ago. No clue.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Never heard of them. When I thought of Thanksgiving, I'm like, all right, literally, it's that one day you go on to eat with your family, and that's it. Now you got Friendsgivings. You could be eating on Thanksgiving Day, maybe a day after Thanksgiving, a couple days before, a week before, because the Friendsgiving's going on left and right. Um, there was a definitely a period in time I was like, all right, people are only getting together on one day. Once that one day is done, it's back to business as usual, like some would say.
Yeah. It's great. Friendsgivings are awesome. It's a because obviously Thanksgiving you think of family or
Yep.
the real ones that are close to you, and you share gratitude with them. And with Friendsgivings, you get to share gratitudes with various of people who are close to you that you might not just consider close family, and you're able to, go out and reconnect and such. After being in the cold for a while, sometimes here in Boston, by October it gets real cold. You don't see nobody, and Friendsgiving's a time you can bring a meal, bring whatever, and then just relax, chill, drink, eat, and then have your Thanksgiving with your close ones. It's a nice pregame, and some people have it afterwards. I mean, we could get into if it should it be before or after, whatever. But it's a nice little get together. And like I said, I don't know when it started to trend up, but definitely didn't know about it years back.
I would think, especially within the last year, 2 years, maybe it even took a spike to happen even more. I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
I'm right.
social media is huge, right? You see people getting together and having think about gender reveals. I'm not trying to
Yep.
go off track here, but gender reveals. Though I know for a fact those weren't a thing 20
No,
years
not at
ago.
all. Not at all.
But social media, you see people going out and posting gender reveals and stuff. It's in the past 5 years, it's been huge. I don't even think when we were in college, Mike, that was such a big thing. Gender reveals. Is this
Hell no.
so? In the past maybe 5 to 10 years, gender reveals has been trending upwards. I'm not saying that's the same thing with Friendsgivings because once again, I I'm not well versed or know about what happened 20 years ago when I was a kid, and that's what adults were doing. But I think social media definitely has a big take on all of this. I mean, when you think about Thanksgiving, what's the first thing people are gonna do? They're gonna post the meals that they have, or they're gonna
Yep.
post the sweaters that they're wearing with their families and such. As social media changed the game.
Yeah. Because you'll definitely have people who are quick to post, hashtag Friendsgiving, you know, Friendsgiving meal. They'll be quick to post that. And I mean, I definitely agree. Social media definitely plays a part in that because, you know, like a lot of things in this world, people like to post what they're doing, where they're at, who they're with, and which is just the world we live in now. So I mean, hey, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense when you talk about friendsgivings. But you asked a question about friendsgivings, which is a play on Thanksgiving, and should it happen before Thanksgiving or should it happen after Thanksgiving? What are your thoughts when you think about that question?
If it's happening after Thanksgiving, it has to be that weekend after Thanksgiving. Meaning, so for example, if Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday. If you are having a Friendsgiving, it's got to be on that Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and that weekend right after. After that, you can't really call it a Friendsgiving. We in Christmas mode. It's December, and we in Christmas mode. You might as well change the name and call it a Friendsmas or something,
Mm.
because we changing gears. So if you're gonna do it afterwards, make sure it's that Friday, Saturday, Sunday where it's still that Thanksgiving mood. Does that make sense?
I hear you. I mean, yeah, you can't have call something Friendsgiving or play on Thanksgiving, and now you leaking into December night. Like, what are you doing now? You can't
Right?
go
I'm
that
I'm
far
I'm
off.
not going to a Friendsgiving wearing a ugly sweater. What's going on here?
Yeah, I feel you. I think you know you got to keep it around that
People
same time.
people do it, Jay.
People
And
gonna cook twice for family, then their friends.
yeah, they
I
do
mean,
it.
you got to think though. If you holding the Thanksgiving or friendsgiving,
That's my next point.
you're how much cooking are you doing? Because if you fit your family, you're probably making one dish to bring to the Thanksgiving with your family. If you're going to a friendsgiving, maybe you bring in one dish to go to that friendsgiving.
Jay says, I thought Friendsgivings were for people whose family wasn't around. Maybe that's how it originated. Maybe that's how
Oh,
it originally started. Jay a little older
interesting.
than us, so he
He
got a
is.
little more knowledge.
He is. He could be right. But I mean, if I to think about that, that's kind of true because you got to think sometimes if people are live somewhere where their family's not around, they go to someone's crib,
But nah,
but that's not really a friendsgiving. That's just hey,
because
my
yeah,
family not here. Can I come
you're
over?
not gonna chop me and call my my dinner Friendsgiving when you're over on Thanksgiving. Nah, it's a Thanksgiving.
But if you want
You
to come over, you coming to my family's
right,
Thanksgiving.
right. If I invite you to my house or to my family's house on Thanksgiving, and you go out and tell people you went to a Friendsgiving, we beef it.
Okay. Sam said that's exactly how it started. Sam, please elaborate because sounds like
Yeah,
you know for
no,
sure
it's
the origin.
it makes sense why they would call it that. Especially in Boston, Jay says people come here for school, work, no family around.
Hey, I mean, you think about these big colleges, Harvard, Boston College, Boston University. There's people that come from all around the country just to come to these schools because they're well-renowned schools. Sometimes around the holiday, it ain't easy to travel back to wherever you're from. But if you've come to school ahead and you've built friends with people who are from the area, you're a friend that goes over your friend's house for their Thanksgiving. Maybe that is the origin. Ah, okay. Now we getting somewhere. Shout out to Sam and Jay bringing this up because again, I had no knowledge.
Here's my other thing here. If you do decide to host a Friendsgiving, obviously, I think the rules are you should bring something to the table to Friendsgiving. But if you do decide to hold a Friendsgiving, I think you gotta know how to cook a little bit. You gotta be able to provide the main dish. When I come to your
Ah,
Friendsgiving, I need to know that you holding down some.
what if you just hold creating a friendsgiving and just providing the space for people to bring dishes?
Yeah, I mean, sure. But if you're
If you
hosting
hosted a
the
friendsgiving, that mean what? You got to be the one to make the turkey.
I mean, I've never gone to a Friendsgiving eating turkey, but
I don't like turkey that much, but anyways,
that's another
yeah,
that's another
we
conversation.
gonna have
I
that
think
conversation
I
too.
think if you host a Friendsgiving, you should have in the back of your head that I should prepare something well. Like I'm having you come to my house. I want you to taste this delicious meal that I'm making for you guys.
I agree. If you choose to be a host of a Friendsgiving, you definitely have to put something on the table. Providing a space is great. You know, providing somewhere where people can gather is great. But I agree, you have to be one to also cook as well.
You have to.
Yeah. Um, I couldn't imagine going to Friendsgiving and someone who's hosting like, hey, y'all bring whatever. I'll just have the chairs, table
Nah,
set up. Like, something ain't right there. What are
nah,
you making though?
yeah,
You
nah.
you in the crib all a whole day. All you telling me is you just vacuuming and mopping and wiping off the table and just having everybody come bring the food and you just ready to eat. I kind of get it, but then I kind of don't.
Now there's got to be rules to this. If you're
Because someone
hosting,
can make the argument and say, hey, look, I'm the one friend that has the space to hold everybody. Why should I cook?
yeah, you can make that argument. I understand that. We'll put in some work because
They
at the
put
end
in
of
some work by clearing out their living room
nah,
or whatever, dining room.
nah, put in some work. Because if you want to host a Friendsgiving, let's go back to what Friendsgiving is for. It's about it's a play on Thanksgiving, right? And being grateful and showing grace and all this stuff. And you want to prepare something for the people who are coming to your crib. At the end of the day, Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, the main thing about it is food. The
Uh,
bottom line is we're talking about food here. We're not talking about a hangout.
all right, so let's ask another question.
I can't cook, but I'll provide the space. I've never been to a Friendsgiving where they'd be like, yeah, I'm not cooking, but y'all can bring y'all dishes here.
I don't think I don't think I've been to one of those either. I think every
It-
time
it-
I've been to a Friendsgiving, the person who's hosted has made something.
right. Like I'm not no chef. But if I'm going to host a Friendsgiving, that's gonna be the time I try to flex what I can the little thing that I can make.
See, and Jay's bringing up some valid points. I have the space. I got cups, napkins, the utensils, chairs, but I and drinks, but I can't cook anything. You still
Nah.
can't get a pass mark.
You could get a pass, but I will feel some type of way. I feel like most people you wouldn't feel some type. You go into the Friendsgiving. It's just not the you just bring whatever the sides you bring, whatever someone else brings their side.
I don't know because I've never been in that situation.
I feel weird.
Maybe.
And I know the old I'll bring the drinks trick. I use it all the time. Oh, you cooking? I'll go start. What do you want from the liquor store? You want some brews? You want some rum? What you want? I know that trick. I feel like the host can't do that trick. You're the host.
I hear what you're saying. I
The
I
napkins, plastics, forks, and paper plates should that comes with it. That's
so
not that's not a bonus. That's a
that's
necessity.
automatic. I feel you though. I mean, I think I see both sides of it. Someone will say, "Look, I'm hosting. I don't need to cook nothing. Y'all just pull up to my spot." But then there's the also, I'm hosting. I'll have one main dish for everybody, but y'all bring all the sides and have everything ready to go. I think it depends your cooking level. Because there's some people who want to host a Friendsgiving, like, look, I'll host a Friendsgiving and I'll make sure I have the main dishes and y'all just bring the sides and we'll enjoy the time. But then you also have people like, look, it's a Friendsgiving. We all gonna contribute a dish and
Yeah.
enjoy it and eat
Cook
together.
something. Cook something. Cook something. I'm not sitting here talking like I'm a chef, but I'm gonna cook something.
I'll make a pan of cornbread. Will that
Mike,
suffice?
Mike, you're gonna host at the Friendsgiving and just make cornbread, bro?
What if I bring the dessert and go buy some Stop and Shop pie?
That's- Oh my god. That's what you bring to a Friendsgiving. You're hosting the event.
Pie, bro. The pie ready to go. Sweet potato or pumpkin.
Now, if you maybe cooked, if you baked the pie, maybe
Oh man. Or
stop
some
it.
Stop and Shop cookies. Hey, the desserts.
Listen,
Throw them on the table.
I just went to a Friendsgiving potluck the other day. Them Stop and Shop cookies was the first thing I went to go grab.
Yo, Stop and Shop know how to make cookies. I don't know what kind of baking they do, the ingredients. My man Keymar and we know about them Stop and Shop
Stop,
cookies. Them things smack when they fresh and they
Stop
put
and
them in
Shop
that little
cookies,
plastic container.
and
Them
and
things are bomb.
and people loved it, but I wasn't the host. I'll be damned if I went to the host and he said,
So, Elvis, what
"Yo,
you
yo, I
hey,
got some Stop and Shop cookies in the back."
hey, them Stop and Shop cookies are always a winner.
Now I'm gonna eat it, but I'm
You
gonna be
can't
like, "Yeah,
lose.
cool. Where the rice? Where's the mashed potatoes?"
All right, so we talk about rice, mashed potatoes, different things. I think for everybody, and everybody's different. You go to Thanksgiving dinner, you got the common stuff. Turkey is the one thing that every Thanksgiving dinner has. Mashed potatoes, rice, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, probably different things I haven't named. And I saw this post on Facebook or something. You go to Thanksgiving dinner, what's one thing for sure that you ain't touching that's not going on your plate? Me, I tell you straight up, I'm not a big fan of turkey.
You're
Now I
not
know there's
touching. You're
different.
not touching it though.
It has to be dark. It has to be like a wing or leg.
So you're touching
Yeah, okay.
it.
But like, I'm not when I'm pulling up to a Thanksgiving dinner, if it's friendsgiving, whatever, family. If there's
Damn.
one thing I'm not stressing that I'll come around to last to put on my plate is literally the turkey. Now, I guess everybody's different. Maybe some people that the turkey is the main or only meat that's there, and then there's a bunch of sides.
I
I know
feel
my
sorry. I
family.
feel sorry for you.
I know my family. It still be turkey, but this ham. They'll maybe make some chicken, some fried chicken, maybe some oxtail, different things. I'll go around to all them things: the chicken, the ham, the oxtail, whatever. And I won't even look at the turkey sometimes. Again, it's the last thing I'll look at. But everybody's different.
All right. So I have a unique. How do I say this? How do I say this politically correct? Ha. So I've experienced both worlds of Thanksgiving in my lifetime.
What the both worlds?
Listen, listen, listen. I'm trying to work this out as we freestyle through this episode here. As of late, I've been having a nice, wholesome African Thanksgiving where it comes with a lot. It's not just turkey. Although our turkey is very well seasoned and very delicious. There's the fried chicken, there's grilled chicken, there's different African sauces, there's futu. It's an African meal household. I've also gone to Thanksgiving in an Irish household. So I've seen the best of both worlds. I'm not a big fan that I learned of candy yams. Not a big fan.
What?
I'm not a big fan of candy yams. I get the sweetness of it. I mean, it could be that I just didn't have great candy yams.
That's my
Could
thing
be.
with turkey.
Maybe that's what it is. What else? I gotta think back of the things I wasn't touching.
Dirk said he doesn't touch ham. Dirk, you wild.
Yeah, I never heard that.
That's the first time I've heard someone say that they don't touch ham on Thanksgiving. You are the only one.
I never heard that.
Um, yeah, I feel you, Sam. I love some yams, bro.
Yeah,
Yams
yeah.
is bomb.
I love yams. Trust me. I don't know if we're talking about the same ones, but I love yams.
Thanksgiving, bro. Come on. Yams are good. I am a fan of yams.
Ham. I definitely I eat most things. Like when you go at things for me, anyways. In Thanksgiving, I'm making sure my plate, the first round, my plate has a little bit of everything.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
First round, I just get a little bit of this, that, and then the second round, that's when you dive into your favorites.
Agreed.
Second round, that's when you pile up on what you really like, and that's when you enjoy. That's how I do my Thanksgiving. Sounds like you do the same.
Yeah. Definitely do the same. Touch everything for the first round. Second round, going straight to the hitting the main things that really appease my appetite. In my younger days, it'd be multiple rounds. Like I used to be able to put away maybe three, maybe sometimes four plates Thanksgiving. I can't get anywhere close to that anymore.
No, I can't.
Um, one plate, one plate that's a force to start it off. The second plate with the favorites, and if if I'm still feeling good, I'll maybe die back in the third round. And third round is like the legit, like
That's the one that knocks you out.
it's the knockout punch because it's the legit. Okay, these are what I know is bomb. Like I gotta have these on my plate one more time, and after that, let me
Yeah.
lay on my cousin or my aunt's couch, my parent. Like I lay on the couch. Don't talk to me.
No, I think yeah, 3 plates. If I can get to 3, and I don't know about you, my family, they don't see you eating in Thanksgiving. They gonna get on you for that. They're gonna get on you for not eating in Thanksgiving and be like, "Nah, what's wrong with you? We made all this food you're not gonna eat," not realizing that you struggling, but you wanna get that one more plate to shut them up, and you regret it. You regret it. You trying to watch the 4 p.m. football game or the 7 p.m. football game. You just knocked.
That's funny because my family is the opposite. You coming back for a third plate for look at you. You coming back again? Damn. You back again? Damn. Gee, what a fool go. You got a family say you got elastic in your stomach, bro? Dang. I see some comments coming in.
This is a good question here.
Which one?
Derek asking, "What's your favorite Thanksgiving dessert?"
Hmm. I used to think pumpkin pie was nasty. But it's too,
What
it's
kind,
too, too hard.
what kind of intro was that?
I used to think I used to think pumpkin pie was nasty. But pumpkin pie with some whipped cream, it's good. It's not bad.
Pumpkin
Um
pie's not bad. It's alright. I
it
don't
was
think I've had it for Thanksgiving.
it's in a quite I think I used to have this job, place I used to work. I used to work at a hospital. And I don't know, we used to I think it was the pies for the patients, but somehow workers used to end it up with a pie. We also used to take pies home in our trunk. Um
So
and
stove
I
pie.
got hip to pumpkin pie.
Sweet potato pie is really good. I like that. My aunt makes flan. If you know flan, it's like a Dominican dessert cake, but my aunt makes it and it tastes a lot different. And I tell her to make it every year. I actually called her yesterday to make sure that she was gonna make it. I love that. I also like, I don't know if it's a Thanksgiving dessert, but we always have it for Thanksgiving. It's peach cobbler with some ice cream.
Yo, peach cobbler is a very underrated
Yeah.
dessert that
Yeah.
does not get talked about enough.
Yeah.
I remember one time, I think my mom was gonna have a party catered, and we talking to the caterer. The caterer pulled up to the crib to give us like samples of the food that was gonna possibly be at the party. And dude pulled up with some peach cobbler with like bits of like dumpling in it, like sweet dumpling in it, bro. I don't know. I don't know how old I was. I was maybe 11 years old, 10. Till this day, I think about that day. That dude came to my parents' house and gave us a sample of the peach cobbler he was bringing to the party. Peach cobbler is very underrated dessert that does not. If people talk about the apple pies, I see Sam over here talking about apple pie with vanilla ice cream, which is good. Um, I
I've
see.
never had apple pie and ice cream.
What? That's a real go-to. It's a go-to.
Never had.
Apple pie got to be warm. Warm apple
Yeah, it's
pie
gotta be
ice
wa
cream.
it's definitely gotta be warm.
I see cheesecake in the like. I see.
Yeah, cheesecake, I have cheesecake in Thanksgiving.
I'm not a cheesecake is hit or miss for me. Depends how it's made. I don't know. But peach cobbler, I can eat that anytime.
Have you had it with ice cream?
Anytime. Say it again.
Have you had it with ice cream?
Maybe, possibly. I can eat it with ice cream. I can eat it by itself. Don't matter. Peach cobbler is amazing. Um, let's see what else is here.
Apple pie with vanilla ice cream. I never had it.
You never had ice cream with apple pie?
Nope.
Wow. I thought that was like a very common thing to do.
Nope. Never did it. I mean, probably is coming. I just don't.
What else have I
The
had?
household
Desserts
I
have I
grew up
had?
in wasn't eating no apple pies.
My cousin makes a mean strawberry. I mean, no, pineapple upside down cake.
I like that.
Very good. Very good pun. Also, carrot cake. I don't know if this is like it's just a dessert.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just dessert. My cousin also makes a great carrot cake. Shout out to our boy Kwame. He makes a great carrot cake.
Yeah, I got Kwame making some rum cake for Thanksgiving as well.
I brought one rum cake from Kwame. I know Kwame not listening. He'll hear this later. Kwame not listening. But I bought a rum cake off of Kwame. It was smacking, real smacking. He put a little extra
Heavy,
rum into
a
it.
little heavy, yeah.
I brought that to my parents. Parents said never bring this back to our crib again.
What happened?
It's too strong for them.
It was
Too
lit.
strong. I think it was too strong. Because it was the time Kwame was like, "Yeah, how smacky y'all want it?" I was like, "Oh man, Kwame, it's gonna be good. Put a little extra in and bring it to my parents." By the time took one bite, they said, "Yeah, we can't have this, bro. Can't do this. It's too
Yeah.
smacky, too smacky for us. Can't do it."
Yep, brought it last Thanksgiving. My little brother like, "Oh, can I have some?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. It's cake. It just got a little flavor. You could have it." They were killing it. Yeah, my little brother and my cousin. It's like they're like 16, 15, 16. They got real silent like 30 minutes. They got real quiet, yo. They're like,
Can be real smacking, bro.
yeah,
My
coffee.
parents was not expect this dude Sam's a snitch. Come on, Sam. Damn, I tell him later myself. Jeez, bro. But yeah, it was real smack. But a carrot cake, man, carrot cake is great. I can't wait for Kwame to hook that up. Um,
Carrot cake. Carrot cake is just a if it's there, sure, I'll
I
have it.
love carrot cake.
But it's not something I'd ever like order.
I love carrot cake. I hate carrot cake that has nuts in it. I can't do any dessert with nuts. Like I truly despise nuts in my cakes. I can't do it. I hate it. I hate it. Like to the point where I'll tell people that I'm allergic to nuts. I don't want no almonds, walnuts, pecans, nothing. I do nothing,
Cashews.
nothing. I eat some peanuts on the side, you know, but I can't do I can't do nuts in my desserts at all. It's disgusting to me.
Hmm, never really thought of it like that. I don't know what other desserts have nuts in them.
I
Like
mean,
banana,
any type of
like banana bread. You can't have nuts
banana
in
bread. I
banana
can eat
bread.
banana bread, no nuts. Carrot cake, no nuts. Any type of cake or whatever, I just can't. I hate it. No nuts. It has to be straight, plain, straight up. Like my dad would say, straight up, nothing else. Um,
Have you ever been to a Thanksgiving, or have you ever been this person? But have you ever been to a Thanksgiving where if one family member or friend was just a little too faded?
it's probably me, to be honest. It probably always ends up being me. The last time I feel like this might have been the last Christmas because my family definitely, like most families, Christmas and Thanksgiving. I don't remember which one it was. Probably definitely before COVID, but we definitely got together. And my family, they're not like drinkers. They don't drink. Like I probably drink the most in the family. I have a couple of drinks here and there, but it's me, my brother, my cousin. We was like, you know what? This is the one. We gonna go to the liquor store and we gonna have some drinks. And we definitely came back and was mixing up some stuff in the
Y'all was making
kitchen.
some stuff in the back.
We was mixing up some stuff, and all the older aunts and uncles and just looking at us like, "Yo, what y'all doing? Y'all think y'all grown now? Y'all not the little kids no more. Y'all grown." Um, but I don't think anyone's ever got like super duper stupid smacked where they acting wild and crazy. I don't think it's ever gotten to that level.
Yeah, it's definitely not ever gone that way. If there ever was going to be someone, it'd probably be me. But
Exactly, it's probably me.
but it hasn't got there yet. But hopefully, I can witness it be somebody else. I know because if in my family, if it were to be me, oh my God, that's the Thanksgiving story for forever.
Yeah, I'm never hearing the end of it. I'm
Oh
gonna
my,
be called the drunk, the Mike the
yep,
drunk,
yep.
Mike the drunk.
I heard about your Thanksgivings. I heard what you'd be getting into.
Mike the drunk. That's all I'd hear about. But I remember the years. Even past 21, I would go to Thanksgiving dinners and be like, yeah, I'm not drinking. Or if I'm drinking, drinking a little bit because nobody's really drinking like that with me. So I try to stay sober. I'd probably crack a wine cooler. That's the most we'd have for years. Couple
Yeah,
Seagrams wine coolers.
get crazy off those.
So only within the last couple of years, I started going like, you know what? Let me bring a bottle of wine. Let me get a little something here, and start bringing to these dinners to crack that open. I remember one year, one of my cousins' wives came through with mad bottles of wine, and like that was the first year I really got hip to wine, and she started bringing. Well, yeah, this is a red wine, and it's dry, and this is this, and this is sweet, and this is Cabernet, and this is Riesling. She brought mad wine. We started sipping wild. I was definitely nice off that wine, and that's when I was really understood. Like, okay, wine could do a little something to you. But again, yeah, nothing never super crazy wild drunk.
Here's my next question. I'm switching gears a little bit, but still holiday related. When it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, that's the time, obviously you're not with your friends. So there's a lot of going on. Your Thanksgiving texts and a happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's text. Who deserves these texts? Happy Thanksgiving.
We lost you, Marv. Yeah. I don't know what happened there, but maybe that's a good thing because I don't know where you going with this question here. Nah, I can't hear you. I can see your bubble, but can't hear you. I don't know where you was going with these. Nah, man. This guy said, if I heard your question correctly, and hopefully you get back on so you can elaborate.
Hello, 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 hello,
Okay, you're
hello,
back. You're back.
hello. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yes.
They were trying to stop me. They
Yeah.
was trying to stop. If who Thanksgiving texts
Uh-huh.
lately, I've been seeing on social media like, yo, eat your damn food. Don't text me Happy Thanksgiving. I saw that floating around. When is it right to text Happy Thanksgiving to people? Do you need to text everybody Happy Thanksgiving? Can you just put a social media post Happy Thanksgiving? Oh, what's the significance of texting people during the holidays? And does it mean anything?
I mean, you you always you want to text people you're close with Happy Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, like people that's in your life. Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving. It's just people in your life. So it's something nice to say to people important in your life. Uh, then there's also people who maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. You still probably think about them, but maybe you're not super tight. It's a nice little cordial thing to do to say, hey, hope all's well. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. You're like, uh now
It-
if you think in this day and age where people got 1,000 friends on their Facebook and a bunch of people that follow you on your IG and Twitter. Are you going through your Twitter and social medias and sending Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas, New Year's to all of them? No. But maybe there's people that you're close to. Maybe there's people that you're not as close to, but you still have acquaintance with. Maybe someone you just kind of lost connection with over the years, but there's still someone that's in your mind. Who knows? I have no problem sending out Thanksgiving texts, and I don't care. I'm not upset if I receive a random one. It don't matter to me. I'll be nice and say it right back.
I remember in college when it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, I'd sit down and every one of my contacts that I'm cool with, oh, Happy Thanksgiving, oh, da 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 da. As the years gone by, I just don't have the energy to do all that.
No.
This Happy Thanksgiving on one of my social media platforms. Go in the group chats that I'm in. Happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, that's about it. I don't got the time to reach out to people, and then some people think it's a way to rekindle a conversation again by saying things in the holidays, and like that's pretty a weak way to do it now. Everybody's pretty much caught up on doing
Yeah.
that. Happy Thanksgiving. So how's the family and how you been? It's like me personally, I hate small talk in general. Like I hate running into people that I went to high school with at the mall or something like that. You got to waste that 2 minutes of what you're doing in life, how you been, that both of us don't care about. But since we saw each other, we have to have that conversation
Yep.
and then go. But I can't stand that, especially
Yeah.
at the gym. I don't know if you ever ran into someone you know at the gym. I run
No.
into people at the gym that I had no relationship with, but now we got to have that conversation about what we're doing in life. Oh my God.
Sounds like high school reunions.
Yeah.
That's
My 10 years in this weekend. This
yeah.
weekend coming up.
That sounds. You gonna go? Yo, high school used to be bad fun. Well, the last one was kind of. My 10 year was My 10 year was kind of. The 5 year we had a 5 year one. That one was crazy.
I went to the 5 year one.
Everybody was folded.
Yeah, the 5 year. I went to my 5 year one, and like once again, a lot of people I don't talk to, but it's like, oh my God, yo, let me buy you a drink, man. Let's catch up. How you been? The mad people just trying to buy me drink. I had another event to go to actually back when we had Friendsnesses, and so I had to say no can do. But I don't think I'm gonna go to this 10 year, man. Um,
Yeah,
I
I don't
think I'm unless I get a wild text or somebody want to see me or something. I think I'm off.
yeah. The 10 year was to me was everybody was more tamed. I don't know, it's because people now is we talk about it. Because definitely people that's bringing their like fiancés and whatnot. I don't know, people just trying to be more tamed to whatever the case may be.
I
But
know the real you, but hey, if you wanna,
10 year was definitely more tamed compared to the 5 year where everybody showed up. People showed up drunk or got there and just got folded bad.
my fault, Sam. My fault, bro. I'll chill out. But my 10 year my 10 year is at Marina Bay, which it was intriguing.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
that sparked my interest.
like
Water club.
water club. Like
Yeah,
they rented out the upstairs spot.
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Pull up there, bro.
That made it a little
Yo,
interesting.
give me a ticket. I'll roll in this. Yo, that's our spot, bro.
They're doing it at Water Club this year. I was like,
That's not
ah,
bad. That's down the street, bro.
no.
You chilling.
Yeah, down the street.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe you should go. Check it out. And if it's whack, leave.
Yeah, bro, but you gotta pay. That's the thing, bro. I'm not
Oh
trying to
yeah,
pay
yeah,
to
yeah.
have a small talk.
It's not free. Not free. I get you.
Was yours free?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I don't ever think they're free. You got to get a ticket. You got to buy a ticket on something because they rent out the room and whatnot. So they need people to pay.
Is there anything after 10 years? After 10 years, it's over, right?
Nah, I think they keep going.
They do 20 years and like 30 year.
Unless that's only in TV shows and movies.
There's no way.
I'm pretty sure they keep it going. They got the
Man, that's
committee to do it.
ridiculous.
And if the committee puts it together, I swear in TV shows and movies, they be doing, oh, we're going to our 50 year,
You're right.
30 year.
I've seen that, and you're right. I've seen
Maybe
that.
maybe that's only in TV shows and movies. I don't know.
But after 10 years, it can't be every five. They can't keep doing every 5 years. It's got to be 10 year
Yeah.
increments.
Yeah,
It can't be
I wouldn't want to see them people every 5 years because after a
15
while it's
year
gonna be like,
15-year anniversary. Yeah, cool.
yeah, I wouldn't go to 15. It'd have to be every 10 years.
Do Dirk school.
That's interesting to me.
Dirk school.
I'll
Bro.
go. I'm going to the next one. Next one for me. Next one for all of us would be the 20 year. I'll definitely pull up.
I don't know. I'm going to the 10 year, man. I need a crazy invite.
What? So It's different. I don't know if it's the same for you as for me. The kids I graduated high school with, I was in school with since kindergarten.
Yeah, I've known them for a long time.
Yeah. So maybe different because then you got people who they've jumped around in different high schools and they don't know the people who I graduated high school with. I literally knew them all since 5 years old. So maybe I mean, we're not, obviously I'm not close
Yeah,
to them,
so
super
y'all
close
close.
now.
That's cute. Y'all close. Y'all known each other since kindergarten.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I went to school with these people since 5 years old. That don't
Yeah,
mean that we're all.
that's nice, bro.
You're not listening to me.
You brought it up for a reason.
Because I'm saying the reason why people may be more interested in going to their reunion is because, hey, I've known these people for a long time, or I've been around them for a long time. So I don't mind seeing them again. If I had went to a new school when I was in 11th grade and just met these, maybe I wouldn't give a damn about going to no high school reunion. So I'm saying me personally, because I was in school with these people since most of these kids since freaking kindergarten. Seeing them at a 20-year reunion to me personally is interesting because dang, I knew you since 5. Now we 35. Like this is crazy.
You know,
That's
like
just me.
that's nice. That's nice, man. I'm glad you were able to rekindle those relationships since you were five.
Dude, Dirk said he not going to no 20-year. Maybe Dirk don't give a damn to see them. Some don't give a damn to see them people anymore. I don't know.
20 years, yeah.
I
Even
got
10 years, I did my 5. I did the 5 years. I got to catch up with whoever I needed to catch up with. Nothing led to it.
I will tell you. This is my podcast, so I'm free to talk about it. I did go to my 10-year with some intentions to have a good time. I did go to my 10-year with intentions to see that what's good. Because 5 years, it's like, all right, we fresh out of high school still. Like, I just seen y'all a couple years ago. Put up to that 10-year, like, yo, got a couple more whiskers on my chin now. Like, yo, what's good?
Yo, chill out, please, bro.
Hey, it's PG-13 show. I'm gonna keep it, and then paying out the way I thought it would. I
Listen,
had a
brother.
couple drinks, ate the food, kept it pushing. Um, you go to 20-year reunion. Everybody, everybody's most likely married. Probably got kids, maybe.
I mean, dude, by 10, I'm expecting a lot of people in my 10 years to have kids and stuff by now.
Nah, I don't think there was. I don't think anybody had kids. For the most part, at the 10 years, it was a lot of, "This is my fiance," or "Yeah, this is my fiance." Nobody had kids at my 10-year, to my knowledge.
Oh, so you can like bring significant others and stuff to reunions.
Yeah, yeah, you can. People bring their plus ones, and like, yeah, the 5-year, it was yo, we back together again. Like let's go crazy. The 10-year was more like, oh, dude, this is my so and so. This is my. I was just chilling with my hands in my pocket, like, yo, another whiskey and ginger ale, please. I'm trying to read the room.
So you just like, oh yeah, this is Johnny, Elizabeth James. You just start
Yeah,
introducing people to you went to high school with that they're not gonna give a damn about.
yeah. People walk up to you, hey, Mike, how you doing? Been so long. This is my fiance. Da. Hey, nice to meet you, man. Good to meet. And again, like I don't give. I mean, the person who I went to high school, it's good to see them, whatever. But the fiance, I don't give a damn who your fiance is. Like that don't matter to me. But it's just a polite thing to do to introduce the person.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. Hopefully they do like a video or recap.
Nah, well, I don't know. Maybe people's the 5-year, 10-year reunions I've been, they don't look nothing like they look in the movies and TV shows.
And they don't.
Not at all. It was at a bar upstairs in a bar.
But mine's at Water Club this year.
Yeah, and that's a nice little spot over there too. Dirk said he's not going to
I'll
no
tell you
20
this.
year.
If I go, which I don't, because like I said, I'll need a text. But if I do go, I'll come back on this podcast and I'll let you guys know how my 10-year went.
Let us know, bro. Let us know, because again, for some people it's interesting. For me, I'll go to a 10-year. I went to the 10-year. I'll go to a 20-year. I'll go to 30. Like I don't mind going. It's interesting to me to see these people. Again, from that's just me individually.
Dirk said he had kids in his 10 year.
He said he said no one, I think he said no one had kids in his 10 year.
Uh, well, punctuation matters. I don't know if he said no, comma, kids in my 10 years, or no one. Uh,
Oh
one of us is
man.
right.
I did have a question going back to this Thanksgiving thing though, real quickly. I know we shifted gears a little bit.
My fault. That was my fault.
No, that's all good. A good conversation. But a big thing when it comes to Thanksgiving is leftovers. And I know people feel different ways about leftovers. How many days after Thanksgiving dinner are you eating Thanksgiving food? This is for everybody. You, Marv, anybody in the chat, everybody tuned in. How many days after Thanksgiving are you eating Thanksgiving food? Me,
Got my answer.
me personally, I wake up literally the next morning. I'll wake up in the morning. I'm for the last couple of years, especially once I really understood how to work a stove and whatnot. I'm making a ham, egg, and cheese sandwich for breakfast. That's how I start the next morning. When it comes to food, three, 3 days probably, four maybe, but 3 days is how many days I'm eating leftover Thanksgiving food. That's me.
Listen, Thanksgiving is on a Thursday. At the latest, you should be having your last Thanksgiving meal that Monday for lunch. You might have kept a little something to go to lunch with to work. That's the latest you should have it. Ideally, Sunday, you're done with your Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah. I'd agree. Monday got to be it. If I'm eating,
Like Monday, you're lazy. You don't want, it's the start of, you came back from break. You want to have that little leftover to go to work with. You don't want to cook. We'll let it slide. But I
I know
see you
people
in the
just
office on Tuesday with some turkey. I'm looking at you kind of wild.
yeah. Um,
Enku says, end of the weekend.
yeah.
And
Sunday gotta be it. Like I get people, you eat Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday. Most people like, all right, we got just had Thanksgiving Thursday. I ain't really in the mood to cook a whole new Sunday dinner meal. So I think Sunday's the day you wrap up. Monday has to be the last day I'm putting Thanksgiving food in my system. Now I know people, some family, they'll throw some stuff in a Ziploc bag and throw it in their freezer. I can't do that. I'm not freezing no turkey. I'm not freezing any rice. I can understand sometimes dinner there's a lot of leftovers, a lot. But I don't think I'm freezing any rice or anything to then take out the freezer and let it thaw to then eat a month later, 2 months later.
I mean, people are trying to be efficient.
I can't do it. I don't know. It's not. How many days you want me to play the Thanksgiving food? It's great Thursday. Friday's like, oh damn, this food was so good yesterday. Can't wait
Friday's
to
great.
dive back in it again.
Friday's a great day.
Friday's great because it's like reliving Thanksgiving all over again. Saturday was like, okay, well, still some there. Let's get to it.
If, if it tastes good, by Saturday, you know if you liked your Thanksgiving food or not. If you're eating it by Saturday, you like. Some people get sick and tired of it. I think I remember last year, Mike. We're going maybe last year, or the year before. We're going into like our third year in this place, but we both had leftover Thanksgiving, and we were just like, we're like, yeah, I can't eat this no more. Like I'm throwing this away. I'm tired of eating this food.
Yeah, I know how that goes. I definitely know how that goes. Now another thing, kind of going back to the Friendsgiving conversation. Do people still house hop for Thanksgiving plates, or is Friendsgivings kind of take the place of that.
Okay. Say that again because I was reading Enku's question at the
Oh, I
same
didn't see
time
the
that we got
question.
to answer.
Um, said by Monday Night Football, he's done. Is house hopping for plates of food still a thing Thanksgiving, or does Friendsgivings take the place of that? Because why do you need to house hop necessarily if you're just going to different Friendsgivings and getting plates? Or do you still need to? Me personally, on Thanksgiving Day, I'm not in the house hopping mood. I'm pull up somewhere, let me eat, and let me lay out.
It depends on your situation. It depends on your lifestyle. Maybe you have two different families or three different families you have to go to and I think like house sometimes you have no choice but to house hop. And sometimes that works in your favor. There's more food. And with more food, maybe you have to wait till Monday night football to finish it off. Um then with Friendsgivings, I mean Friendsgivings are great because it's just different food. I think the thing about Friendsgiving is there's no necessary like Thanksgiving is going to be the mashed potatoes, the turkeys, the hams, and such. Friendsgiving is a free for all. Whatever you feel like you want to bring, or whatever your best dish is, you get this. So, Friendsgiving, there's going to be a variety of different things. There's a possibility that you go to a Thanksgiving, and if you go to two, three Thanksgivings that day, it's a possibility that you're eating the same thing everywhere. Now, they might taste different,
Hmm.
but they're going to be the same things.
This thing gotta go to baby mama plus the side chick. Yeah,
That's a particular situation. Which house anchor are you staying at the longest? Answer that right.
that's a curious question because with his situation, what he said. But in general, if you are house hopping, what's the proper amount of time you stay, knowing that you try to hit the road? I just came for the plate. I ain't really. I really come here to mingle and hang out, or do I just come? I really want to pick this plate up and be out.
I mean, I bet a lot of people. I bet this here's a situation that I think people go through more. Your family, like your folks, or your significant other's place. How do you divide your time on Thanksgiving? I bet there's times you have to figure that out. That's tough
It, I
because you would want to stay probably where you're more comfortable at your folks, your mom, your dad, whatever, your or intimate family. But you have your significant other's family that you got to go to as well,
hmm.
and you obviously want to be at your best at that spot too. You don't want to go to your significant other's place and just pick up a plate and be like, "All right, deuces." You got to sit around. You got to chill.
I'd probably go to significant other houses first.
Yeah, playing it right.
Go there first. And then from the moment you be like, "Oh, I came here first, definitely want to come see you guys. I got to get to my family's house after." That way, that's your out right there. Because if you go there second, you don't necessarily have an out if you're trying to be out. Like
Yeah, you go
now
there
you're trying to
first.
think of a reason why you got to leave.
Preferably, they both have dinners at different times.
Also true. Um, yeah.
When do you usually eat Thanksgiving?
When
Hmm.
family be moving late, so it's probably always after like 4 or 5 o'clock. So literally every year, I wake up with the goal of trying to starve myself so that when it comes time for 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm ready to put down mad food. It worked when I was younger. Now I'd starve myself and I still can only make it through 1.5 plate.
You got to eat. You're messing up your metabolism.
Something. I used to think the key was starve myself all day till
That
dinner.
don't work.
That don't work.
That don't work.
But
Especially
yeah.
when if you're in the house while things are being cooked. Oh my god, you're spelling the food by noon, 1 p.m. You gotta sneak in a couple snacks in.
Yeah. Um, it's tough. It's definitely tough because there's definitely by noon. I'm like, yo, my goodness, I need something. And you smelling it, and it's just, yo, the food smell bomb. I need to, luckily when I was with my parents, I'd go in the kitchen and dip my hand into the ham a couple times and hope that that can hold me down. I might need to do that this year too. Might need to pull up to my parents and just hang around, see if I get a couple slithers of the ham while it's before it's completely done. But yeah, what time do you usually eat?
We're supposed to eat around 2, 3. I know my mom usually tells people to come at 2. Probably don't eat till maybe 4. You probably get start praying at 4. You got that one uncle that probably prays a little too long while you're real hungry.
That's my mom.
It lasts a little. It just you're trying to be focused, but it's just lasting a couple verses a little too long. So now you're like
That's definitely my mom.
and then the food gets there, and we all rejoice. But you know what I'm talking about, Mike.
Yeah, I know, I know. I know how that goes for sure. Um, yeah, man. But
Thanksgiving.
again,
Who knew we could do an hour on different topics on Thanksgiving?
hey, when it comes to double M, it's always possible that good conversation can be brewed out of whatever, and it can last, especially when you have people tuned in, giving us good questions and comments on the side. That helps the show go even more.
One thing. So another thing that we don't talk about that's a big part of Thanksgiving is football. Football's
Mm,
football's huge, and luckily in my household, my father loves football, my little brother, me, my uncles love football. I be feeling bad sometimes during Thanksgiving, like because we eat around 4, like you mentioned, and there's probably a good game going on around that
yeah,
time. It's a family thing. Everyone wants to have conversations and catch up. So me and the guys, we just be focused on the game. And I know my mom be trying to have conversation about stuff. We just be focused on the football stuff. I know that drives her crazy sometimes. I bet that drives a lot of families crazy at times. Like
yeah.
Thanksgiving's time to be with family is like, yeah, need to check my fantasy team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Once them games come on, and that's same thing for Christmas too. When them NBA Christmas games come on, like once some games come on, football, basketball, yeah, just let us know. Let us know when the food ready.
That's
But you focused it on with the game because I mean, the people who's really into sports, it's a big game. Like football on Thanksgiving is huge. Basketball on Christmas is huge. So it's gonna draw a lot of attention. But I mean, I think for the most part, in the midst of it, you still find time
you find time. No, you definitely do. But
to
football
have that
definitely
family
takes off.
time and hang out and laugh and have good conversations for sure. I don't think that changes while football's going on. It still happens.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, I think wow, like you said, an hour on Thanksgiving talk. While we wrap up, and we know we still got some people tuned in, I just would love for people to drop in the comments the whole little cliche Thanksgiving thing. What are you thankful for? Thanksgiving 2021. Um, Still kind of living in the midst of a pandemic in a sense. But we here on Double M want to know, and please drop in the comments, and we'll talk. Marv and I will talk about it as well. Some things you are just thankful for, as we all here for another year, dealing in these wild times that we live in. What are you thankful for this year?
Yeah, man. I could start off, bro. I've been really because I knew we were gonna have this question asked. And last year was such a weird time in Thanksgiving with the pandemic. And last November, there's no vaccine talks or anything like that. Things were really wary, and like if you were coughing, you just stay your ass home. We'll see you next time for Thanksgiving. And just it was just a weird time with family wise and everything like that. But I'm thankful that one, family is healthy. I was able to go to France this summer, bro, and I was able to see my grandmother. Like I know I talked about that in this podcast before, but just being able to see family again, and luckily for me that they're all healthy, and being able to travel and see them and laugh and smile and have these memories with them is something I'm not taking for granted this year. Something that I've been thanking God about, just being able to have these conversations. And this year I've made more intent to reach out to family and just see how they're doing because of the pandemic, just reminding all of us how things could get taken away in just a second. So definitely thankful for that. I'm thankful for my friends, my brotherhood that I formed years ago, who have always pushed me. Mike, you're part of that group, and there's always, not verbally or even like physically telling me how to move, but just by y'all actions, making me step up and being a better person. Um, Always going to be forever grateful for that, no matter where all our lives lead us. The brotherhood that we've all formed is super, super strong and super healthy. And when you talk to other people, they envy that what we have together, and I don't take that for granted. Some family, friends, the cliche, those cliche answers. But also, man, for people who don't know, last year, almost around last year, we're almost getting to a year, in December, I got hit with some craziness where I couldn't even, I still don't know what it is. I couldn't walk. Mike remembers this. I couldn't walk. I was in crazy, crazy, the most worst pain in my life. And I've had some injuries in my life. Worst pain I've ever dealt with, where I couldn't walk. I was in a hospital during the holiday season. Like, I got out the hospital December 24th. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the hospital for 7 days, and I had to relearn how to walk. I had to stretch a walker and everything like that. But it's life, bro. Like, there's something as random as that, where I'm a healthy young man and I just got attacked with something where I couldn't walk. And being able now, a year later, to walk, play football, act normal like nothing's happened, go to the gym, and like that's huge blessing. I don't talk about that much, and a lot of people don't even know about it unless you're close to me. You don't even know that I was in a hospital for 7 days, and like I was I was going through it mentally and physically. Just it was COVID, so I couldn't see no family. I couldn't do anything. I was hooked on drugs for 7 days. Like, it was wild times. But to see that a year later, I'm healthy, I'm chilling, I'm good, I'm with my peoples, having a good ass time. Like, it's been a crazy year for all of us. We all have our individual stories, but these are the things that I will not take for granted. And I appreciate all the people who've stuck beside me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, for sure. Most definitely. I definitely remember that times, and just being around to support you through that. You know, I'm happy to see you in a much better place a year later for sure. I see the comments as well. Shout out to the comments coming in. See, thankful for mom, dad, siblings. Realize that not everyone has that. Being able to be around extended family, definitely things I have to agree with. Thankful for my family. Um, Words can't describe how much my family means to me. Uh, how much of a backbone they are for me. Um, Really, words can't describe, and I can say it a million times, and it just still doesn't seem like enough. To when I talk about how grateful I am for my mom, my dad, my brother, um, and just like you know, said in the comments, not everybody has that, and I couldn't imagine where I'd be without them. So definitely thankful for my family, my friends, my brothers. Um, I got a very small circle of friends. Like, I got a very small circle of friends, and the circle that I depend on, the brotherhood that I built with my college bros, Mario, you're part of that. The brotherhood I got with my childhood friends. Um, that's it. Those are my friends. Anybody else past that, like, those those are my brothers. Like those are my brothers. Anybody after that, they're my friends still. Like I wouldn't say that, but I have my brothers that are around me. Grateful and thankful for all of them all the time. Um, Thankful for a job. I think everybody's, thankful for their job and being able to have a way to provide for themselves. With myself and my career, there was definitely a time during the pandemic, stepping into the pandemic, trying to get through the pandemic. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hold my job because of different things that I needed to get done and accomplish. And thankfully, thankfully, through a lot of hard work, a lot of studying, a lot of prayer, I was able to accomplish what I needed to accomplish to maintain my job. And now I'm in a better place where I'm not stressing over, will I have a job? Will I not have a job? So I'm thankful that I was able to get through that in the midst of the pandemic. Um, a lot of things. The list of things to be thankful for can is very long for all of us. But those are definitely some of the things that come off the top of my head for sure. We're not trying to sit on this podcast for another 2 hours talking about things we're thankful because we
Right.
easily could with no hesitation. But those are definitely some of the things that stand out for me for sure.
All right, man. It's good that, obviously we talk about all these things. We definitely need to talk about it more, but it's good to have a time where we can sit down and reflect and just enjoy what we have, enjoy it. And Uncle saying that he realized that not everyone has that. Man, like there's warriors among us, that are going through it with that have less.
Hmm.
And we every day we wake up and we complain about something. That's just human nature, that we complain and that things aren't going our way. I feel like I've caught myself in this past month complaining about a lot of BS that I shouldn't be complaining about. So something I need to work on, but just being grateful for what we have here, and try to build something, for our future. So man, happy for this show. I'm thankful for Double M.
Double M, 97 episodes.
97 episodes is nuts. This is, something we thought, hey man, we're just bigger than sports, bro. There's so much more that we can talk about. And I'm glad we're 97 episodes in. I can't wait when we're 97 more episodes to go. This is just the beginning, and it's not just us, man. We're gonna get this team right going into 2022 and keep building from there. So I'm very thankful, grateful, all the words, all the above.
Yeah, agree 100%. Like always, just double M to the moon. Shout out to the old saying from the art of hip hop and Kenzie and Baytaj and all them guys. We're not done yet.
No, we ain't done yet, bro.
We're not done yet. It's double M to the moon. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Don't let Thanksgiving just be this time of the year where you can reflect and be thankful and grateful for all the things. But at the same time, Thanksgiving is definitely a time where these things get highlighted and you can definitely express even more how grateful and thankful you are for the things and the people in your life. So happy Thanksgiving from us here on Double M.
Happy
Thanksgiving 2021.
Happy Thanksgiving. This is Double M. That is my brother, Mr. Mike Nice. I am DJ Mees. We'll be back for episode 98. Put the countdown. Put the damn countdown. Roll to 100. This is what we do. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you share this episode. Like, comment, subscribe. We're out of here.